This is Personal Shaman Podcast, and I'm your host, Polly Behringer. Specialized in holistic modalities, alternative methods to help you heal and release trauma. The following is a recording for my new course, 10 Days to Mindfulness. I hope you enjoy this session, and we will be sharing the link below. Shower yourself with gratitude. Research indicates that by consciously focusing on the positive aspects of your life and practicing gratitude, you can redirect your attention away from stressors and develop a more optimistic mindset. That sounds so very clinical, doesn't it? I know when my heart opened for the first time and I felt this immense rush of gratitude coming to me and through me, I can trace myself back to that very moment. And when I am able to do that, I can tap back into that feeling. It's like opening a door. And once you've opened that door and you've walked through it, those experiences are still very much alive and real for you. And gratitude comes from this place of, I feel, for me, what I experienced was being one with everything. There was no separation between me and the space around me or the children that I heard singing down in the valleys. I was on this very cold ledge in Nepal, and I was watching the sunrise, and down below I could hear the children singing a Jason Mraz song that had been my song years prior to this moment. And I knew that this was a sign. I had just went through a really hard month of being in India. Trekking through Nepal was really hard, the harsh environment, the weather. And there I was, just staying there watching the sunrise and hearing children down below singing in English, and I felt alive. I felt this sense of gratitude rush through me, and I didn't feel that there was the ego in me. It felt like it disappeared. I wanted to share with everyone what I was feeling, and I did. And I looked, I was crying, on this live, and I'm sharing it with everyone, and I wasn't trying to hide this moment. I wasn't trying to hide what some people call an ugly cry, but I feel like it's not an ugly cry because we don't look a certain way when we're purging and releasing, or the standards of what people expect to be beautiful in the moment is ugly. But it was the rawest form of gratitude I was experiencing, and I still feel it very much to this day. So tapping into gratitude is extremely powerful sensation. It raises your vibration. And when you're able to raise your vibration, you're able to bring in like energy. You're able to manifest, create, and bring things into fruition. Your mind is so very powerful. We can change our physical body just by the power of our mind. We can change our circumstances by our perspective. We change our reality every day just based off of our own personal perspectives, right? So positive thoughts can greatly impact and enhance your mood by redirecting your focus to the positive elements of life and fostering a more optimistic perspective. Just being optimistic versus pessimistic, we have choices. We can stop, take a moment, reflect, and say, how do I want to move forward in this moment? So when we're actually able to step back and look at our life from an optimistic perspective, we can subsequently lead to reducing the stress in our body, our stress levels, and which will improve our well-being. So positive thinking can trigger this release of neurotransmitters such as serotonin, which are linked to feelings of calm and focus and well-being. This feeling of oneness with everything. I like to say there's this feeling of nothing. Like there is no thing. You are no thing in anything. You are part of everything. It's a beautiful feeling. So how do we do this exercise? Just merely thinking about something isn't enough to change your life. I know this. However, it is the best starting point, right? So this approach will activate your mind to reframe your current perception of your life or life in general. In a popular book, a world-renowned author discusses how you are not your thoughts, you are your actions. And I believe that. There are moments people are like, I just need motivation to get me going. And I'm like, well, action builds movement, builds momentum. If we waited for motivation to happen, we may be sitting there for a very long time. We have to get moving to have this kind of motivation come to us. So he says, you are not your thoughts, you are your actions. But if your thoughts are getting in the way of your actions, we need to begin here first. In this exercise, we're going to guide our thoughts so that they are
only positive. I know that's a hard word. I don't really like to use that word, but I want to look at it from this perspective of being positive. And then shower ourselves with gratitude.
Shower yourself with gratitude.
Start by saying thank you to ourselves. Verbalize it and hear yourself. The first few times you ever do this exercise, your voice may crack. You could feel things come up. And then eventually it gets so much easier that you believe it and you feel it. Your body is in tune with the tones that you're using for these words of saying thank you to yourself. Thank yourself for everything you are thinking about and all that you are grateful for. And you don't have to list anything. You can just say, I'm grateful for everything in my life. This doesn't mean that we're saying we want more bad stuff if we're having bad stuff. We're just thankful to even be present in this life where we have the opportunity to make some choices, even if they're mental choices in the very beginning, these small invisible steps that most people will never see. And then you're going to let your thank yous to be more specific. Thank you to my body for supporting me each day I wake up. Thank you to my feet for taking me everywhere I need to go. And thank you to my heart for allowing me to love myself and others. Okay? I'm going to guide you through this. I want you to find yourself in a comfortable place to sit down. I want you to tune into your breath. Notice how your breath feels in your body. Taking the sounds around you. I want you to deepen your breath by taking deeper inhales, exhaling fully, letting it all go. Now is your opportunity to say thank you to yourself. Thank you. Let's repeat this one more time to ourselves and feel the weight of our words as we release them. I want you to say thank you for everything that you're thinking about. Allow those thoughts to come forward and thank those thoughts for coming forward. They aren't just coming forward, they are moving through you and out of you and away from you. I want you to take a moment and say a few things that you're grateful for. Now we're going to begin to be a little bit more specific. I want you to repeat these. Thank you to my body for supporting me each day I wake. Thank you to my feet for taking me everywhere I need to go. Thank you to my heart for allowing me to love myself and others. Thank you for this moment, for allowing me to be here, present, and grateful. Bring your attention back towards your breath. Taking a big inhale in and letting it all go. If your eyes are shut, you can open them. This would be a perfect time to go back to your journal and reflect on this exercise. Share with yourself how you feel, things that came up, how your body felt. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you being present in this course and making it this far, allowing your journey to unfold. This is a feeling of gratitude for me. So thank you. I'm looking forward to continuing this flow with you through the Personal Shaman podcast. Personal Shaman isn't about me being your personal shaman. It's about you becoming your own. Thank you for being a part of this journey.